When you think about booking a holiday, there's this universal thing, isn't there? This quest for, well, the perfect balance. We want that real, vibrant cultural hit, the exploration.
Yeah, the buzz.
Exactly. But at the same time, we're also looking for deep relaxation, total escape. And usually those things just don't mix.
They often seem completely at odds. Yeah.
So today we're doing a deep dive. We've got this stack of sources in front of us, and they all claim to have cracked this paradox. Specifically, they're defining the ingredients for the perfect Spanish holiday experience. Our mission, really, is to unpack that cultural architecture, the blueprint that lets Spain mix that high energy with a genuinely relaxed pace. The result, they call it Bliss. We're going to try and map out that daily flow for you.
And what's really interesting straight away is that we're not just talking about places to go. We're digging into a cultural rhythm. The sources are quite specific, detailing certain behaviors, sensory experiences, things that make a Spanish holiday feel fundamentally different. We're essentially handing you that daily blueprint so you can quickly get the cultural why behind it all.
Okay, and that blueprint, that daily rhythm, it kicks off the second you wake up. Now, you might think, vibrant country, it must start super fast, right? 100 miles an hour?
Yeah, that's the assumption.
But here's the first kind of surprise. The sources say the relaxed pace starts immediately. There's this mandatory morning ritual. So forget just grabbing a quick coffee. The start of the day is marked by two very specific things. The perfect café con leche
Right.
and a delicious tostada. And it's not just breakfast. It's framed as this cultural pause.
A deliberate pause.
Yeah, like hitting pause. It's the moment to actually sit, breathe, enjoy simple toasted bread, maybe with that tomato and oil thing, and crucially, properly made coffee.
And the importance of that specific combo really shouldn't be overlooked, especially if you're trying to avoid that feeling of, information overload when you arrive somewhere new. Well, you land in a new culture, and often there's this pressure, right, to immediately figure things out, get moving.
Yeah, plan the day.
Exactly. But by having a ritual that's simple, slow, and specific, it has to be café con leche, it has to be a tostada. The culture basically pulls you onto its own timetable right from the start. It's like the first little cultural insight you get, and it signals that the day isn't built around rushing, but around, enjoyment. It's that slow burn fuel. It grounds you, demands that moment of stillness before things pick up. It stops the whole day starting in a frantic rush.
That makes a lot of sense, building that calm foundation first.
Okay, so you've had the mandatory pause. Now, the sources show the afternoon kind of splits, offering this really interesting choice. It's either intellectual deep dive or total sensory relaxation.
A clear fork in the road.
Right. If you go for the absorption route, the sources point towards, iconic history, amazing architecture. The stunning Alhambra is the big example they use.
Which is dense, right?
Yeah.
It takes real mental energy, definitely. Or the alternative is more urban engagement. Diving into city life, like the bustling markets of Barcelona. High energy again, but sensory crowds, noise, smells, commerce.
And this is where that morning pause becomes so crucial, because if you're not feeling up for that deep historical dive...
If your brain's full.
Exactly. The alternative is pure release. You just switch gears, relax on a sun-drenched beach, listen to the Mediterranean waves.
Total shift.
Complete shift.
Yeah.
The pace goes from intense focus to just sensory soaking. Almost no mental effort needed. And the real insight, the aha moment, like you said, is the choice itself. It feels like the afternoon is deliberately structured to stop you burning out or getting saturated with information.
By preventing overload.
Yeah. The sources suggest the whole experience needs to be tailored to your energy level at that moment. Feel rested. Tackle the Alhambra. Need a reset. Hit the beach. That flexibility seems absolutely key to keeping both, your energy up and staying relaxed through the whole trip. You're in control of the pace, not the other way around.
That flexibility,
Yeah,
that's vital. But here's where I started, sort of scratching my head a bit, looking through this. We've had the pause, then this potentially high-energy afternoon, either mental or physical. But then the sources say the evenings don't just wind down, they come alive.
They ramp up.
But wait a minute. If you spent all day exploring massive palaces or chaotic markets, how on earth do you have the energy left for a vibrant social evening? That just sounds exhausting.
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And the sources tackle it directly. It brings us to these two cultural pillars that make this energy flow possible. The first one is about the evening itself, its social function.
Okay, let's get into the sensory stuff here because it sounds amazing. We read about the delicious aroma of tapas in the air.
Classic.
But the source really stresses tapas isn't just food, it's a shared thing. There's this cultural expectation, almost a rule, that tapas must be shared with friends or family.
Precisely. And that sharing, that mandate, it reinforces the warm hospitality everyone talks about. The focus shifts away from just eating to connection, conversation, enjoying things together, which is actually quite rejuvenating in itself, you know? It feeds the spirit.
Okay, I can see that.
And then layered underneath all that social buzz, you've got this beautiful soundscape, the sweet sound of flamenco music floating through the air. It becomes this whole immersive experience, pulls you right into the moment.
So the evening is high social energy, maybe not purely physical effort.
Okay.
But still, those long days, they have to add up. What's the actual mechanism? What solves the physical fatigue, the mental drain, so people can keep this social engine going night after night?
Now we get to the real secret, I think. The cultural linchpin holding it all together. The thing that links that vibrant evening back to genuine relaxation. The siesta culture.
The siesta, right.
And the source is explicit here. It calls embracing the siesta the best part for truly unwinding.
Interesting.
We sometimes think of siesta as just, a quick nap. Lazy, maybe.
Yeah, or just for old people.
Right. But culturally, it's presented here as a necessary scheduled pause. Often driven by the heat, sure, but also just the rhythm of the day. By having that period of proper rest, often in the hottest part of the afternoon, it works like a full system reboot. A battery recharge, for body and mind, really.
Okay.
It's the essential stillness that actually allows for the later, more intense, sustained social life. Without that siesta break, the energy needed for the Alhambra and the markets and the late-night tapas scene, it just wouldn't be sustainable.
That's a brilliant insight. It's not about doing less overall.
Not at all.
It's a culture of doing more, but cleverly breaking up the day to allow for recovery. So the evening social energy only works because the siesta provides the actual physical fuel.
Exactly. That's the real blend of relaxation and energy and action. The pause enables the peak.
Okay, let's quickly recap these core elements we pulled out for the listener. Just nail them down. We started the day with that specific slow food ritual, the café con leche, the tostada, setting a calm foundation.
The anchor.
Then, the afternoon's crucial feature, choice. Allowing for that deep dive absorption, think Alhambra, Barcelona markets, or pure physical release on the Mediterranean beaches.
Tailoring it to your energy.
Right. And then finally, we saw how the evening demands social connection. The sharing of tapas, the emotional backdrop of flamenco music.
The vibrant part.
But it's all powered, made possible by that essential cultural reset, the siesta.
And you put all those pieces together, along with that underlying warm hospitality the sources mention, that seems to be the recipe for the bliss they describe. Ultimately, the picture painted by these sources is a holiday defined by its rhythm. Fantastic food anchoring the day, genuine hospitality connecting people, and the sunshine kind of dictating the timing. It's this perfect structure where the downtime, the siesta, directly fuels the peak time, that lively evening.
Which brings us right back to where we started. That central puzzle they promised to solve. Blending vibrant energy with the ability to truly unwind. So here's the final thought for you to chew on, based purely on this blueprint we've laid out from the sources. If the siesta is a necessary physical reset, what specific part of that mandatory evening social culture, the shared tapas, the evocative flamenco, acts as the emotional reset? The thing that keeps the spirit of the place thriving. Ready to welcome everyone back again tomorrow? Maybe think about the power of shared joy compared to just relaxing alone.